I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will feature a team that loves getting it done through the air. The Cowboys are top 10 in passing TDs, and they'll go against the Eagles, who are very aware of what they'll be dealing with.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Gun. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
All right, here we go.
To throw now on 1st down. And an alley to run. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Now they try the right side here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people. And make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long.
All right, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a man over the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. 79 yards. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 20. Now a hit and a loose football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. A big play there with his first career NFL. The Eagles have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Back to throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll look to throw.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here. That looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Barnett. A big 30-yard play on third.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's to the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
All right, here we go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards.
Here we go. Leopard, Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
This was boxing. You think maybe they would have thought about stopping this one because this defense has been bruised, it's been battered. But this is why they keep the fight going, right? They just got done with a really nice play, showing they still got a little bit left, don't they?
Haven't had many plays that they can clip, put in the film room, and smile about, but, hey, there's one.
Clip and save.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
As they run the counter play. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Wood. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Halfback sent in motion. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted. DA1ENT's with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You've got to know as a quarterback that's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position, and he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. 53 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Let's go. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Newman. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. It's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets them 8. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
And this is caught at the 8. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And the lead is down to a field goal now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Play clock winding down. And now here's a carry heading left. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Eagles add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game. And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
He's going to sling this deep down, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there with his second TD of the game, his sixth on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And the lead is down to a field goal now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Getting late here in the fourth, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Newman. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll be their second, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. The Eagles on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Huge play at this point in the game. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. He had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. He's back to throw. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Took their shot at going for the win, didn't get it. Now bring on the field goal unit, tie this thing.
It's the right call. I truly believe that. But if I'm on defense, I'm also staying a little loose here in case they want to be really aggressive and fake it.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are likely going to win it. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything, so kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation.